need to go get a haircut, that's in their schedule, and they're going to be great at going to get a haircut, right? I used to plan into my schedule party time or have fun time, and I was great at having fun time, right? And then I talked about the concept of having guilty fun. Have you guys ever had guilty fun, like where you're out having fun, but you're not really having fun because you're thinking about all the other 19 things you need to do for the week, right? So I talked about the concept of having no more guilty fun. If you're going to have fun, right? And then make sure everything else is planned into your week too. And so that's good. So anyway, create a schedule. I talk about 4 categories. When you're going to start making a schedule, you have your activity schedule for the week. The first thing we always teach people to plan into their schedule, meetings and commitments. That could be team meeting, that could be classes, that could be a lab, that could be church or synagogue, things like that. And we teach them how to actually plan those things into their schedule. Next thing would be demo appointment slots. And so they put in their we use A's, right? Like an A every hour and a half or every 2 hours or whatever it is, right? And having that plan in their schedule. How many of you have sat down with a new representative or maybe even a rep who's been here for 3 or 4 weeks, and you say, hey, let me see your schedule, and it's either blank because they don't have any demos set up yet, or they only have the demos written in that they actually already have booked. So it's like they have 4 slots planned in and 4 names next to them. It's like, okay, well, because they don't have other slots, right? They're like, well, I don't want to restrict my customers on when their slots are. I can do my demos whenever, things like that. Well, that rep is never as effective as the one who has their slots planned in for the week, right? So we teach them the concept. Have you ever sat down with somebody and they have like from 10 a.m. to like 9 p.m. Blocked off, and it says demos, right? Well, that's somebody who doesn't understand the concept of offering a choice of 2 times, right? So that's important. Next thing we plan in is phone time, and then miscellaneous and free time. When was the last time you asked somebody in a PC, hey, when's your free time? When's your day off this week? Talk about catching somebody off guard, right? Hey, when's your day off this week? Right? They're like, oh, my day off is Sunday. Okay. Well, hey, if they just told you that Sunday's their day off, what does that automatically assume? That the other days are not their days off. Right? And then what? It's like, okay, cool. Well, hey, that's awesome. What do you plan on doing your day off? Oh, well, we're going to go do this or go do that. Oh, my God, that's so cool. You guys are going to have a blast. All right, let's write that in. Fun day, whatever. It's like a great adventure, right? And then we say, wow, okay, cool. Well, let's talk about tomorrow, right? How many demos do you want to do for tomorrow? And you're going to have so much fun on Sunday, but let's make sure that your paycheck's looking good for the week so that you can really enjoy Six Flags Great Adventure, right? So how many demos do you want to do tomorrow, right? Okay, 4? Awesome. Okay, cool. What time do you want to start? 10? Cool. Do you want to separate them about an hour and a half or 2 hours? 2 hours? Okay, 10, 12. You want to give yourself a little lunchtime, or are you good? No, I'm good. Okay, cool. 2, 4, whatever, right? And you help them plan those things in. So help them plan their schedule. And then last but not least, you teach your mentor how to set up an accountability partnership or a fun contest. Hey, if you beat me for the week, then I'll buy you an appetizer or team night out. Or if you beat me for the week, I'll tell the key staff at our next key staff meeting what a baller you are. And then we got to get you on key staff as soon as possible. And I'll build you up to everybody I talk to on the team, right? Whatever, something fun. Okay, so those are the concepts there. The big thing to get out of this, right? Think about this. Drew's going to talk a little bit later about building assistant managers within your first 3 weeks of the summer. Okay? Could you imagine combining this with that and going into your first division meeting of the summer with a group of 20, 25, 30 people who have already played mentor roles at a team meeting for you? Right? You talk about Carl Gedrich having 80 people at SC1. How does that happen? Well, he gets good retention in May and June, right? So how do you get good retention? Well, you get people to feel like they're contributing. You get people to feel like they're an important part of the team. And this is a good way to do it. So my favorite part about this is as they're doing this and as they're spread out around the room, I'm walking around and I'm putting my arm on somebody. I'm like, Mike, let me tell you how lucky you are, right? Be sitting down with Nick. Nick is one of our top people on the entire team. Nick makes the newsletter almost every single week. He is super consistent, and I am fully confident that if you listen to Nick, you are going to rock the house. By the way, what did I just do to the mentor? Totally, right? So, by the way, is Nick missing the newsletter this week? Not after that, right? No way, right? Okay, so, and then I also say, hey, by the way, Nick, you're so lucky to be sitting down with Mike, right? Mike's going to be one of our guys and stars. And I say, hey, Mike, by the way, how would you like to be running one of these next week for somebody new? That'd be awesome. Yeah, totally. Well, hey, I want you to really rock this week, and I would love for you to be one of my mentors for next week's team meeting.
Wow.
So it takes me, 3 minutes, and I just accomplish what we do in a full day of PCs.
What is this? That's ridiculous. It takes 2 minutes to begin.
This typically takes a half hour, 35, 40 minutes, right? I do it at the team meeting, and I do it not every week, right? So maybe once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, things like that. And or if your team's just so big that you just don't have the time to do a scheduled PC with everybody. By the way, who are the people that you personally have a scheduled PC for during the week? Are the mentors, right? And then what? And then maybe at the end of your scheduled PC, you give them one of these and say what? Hey, at the team meeting, I want you to coach some of our new reps, or maybe some of your lower end reps that you don't have time to PC.
Do you find open up? But as you look through this, it has points to consider, and so it has questions at the top. So does this candidate see district manager's possibility? So I'm not going to say that. This is just side notes for review. And then up under that, it has some of the verbiage. So I would encourage you on the handout. Here's some things that I say. The verbiage that I use, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to hit some of the things. At the end, I'm just going to open it up. If you'll have any questions, then I'll be happy to go through that. Okay. Other thing too, and I think I've stressed this before, is that it's not just this PC that gets you development. It's the program that you run. But this would be one of the key things as far as getting development is the PC.
I'm on the way, am I? Okay,
once everybody has one, you'll let me know when to start.
You're good to go. You're rolling.
All right. So, Eric, how you doing today, man? Pretty good. Doing good. So, thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit down with me. So, pretty excited that you're working with us, and just really excited about the direction that you're heading. And so, anyways, tell me some more about yourself. Tell me some things I don't really know about you.
Well, I go to school in Central Oklahoma.
Right. How do you like it there?
I like it a lot. I'm trying to get my advertising degree, so I'm having fun.
Cool. So, now, have you thought about long term what you want to do with that? What year are you again?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
So,
it's done. So.
cool. And will you graduate this coming May or
Probably not until like December.
December?
Yeah.
Cool. Have you started interviewing, that kind of stuff yet?
No, not really. I'm just kind of not really sure exactly what I would do yet. So I'm just kind of
Okay, weighing your options.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So now, as far as you're fairly new at this point, and you've done a great job so far. I appreciate your leadership. First weekend out, you got your first promotion, so that's pretty exciting. And so, have you thought about management at all? I know management's like a big deal. So have you thought about that at all?
I see all the other managers and assistant managers thing. It seems like something really cool. And I see like you, and it seems like you're having a lot of fun, and you have to hang out with folks. So it seems like you're having fun. It's actually like a really cool thing.
Cool. Well, I did want to talk to you about being a candidate, because I definitely view you as the type of person that could be a management candidate. And so I don't want you to be taken back. I'm not offering you a management position, so I don't want you to take it that way. But I do see the qualities in yourself. You have all the qualities and characteristics that we look for in that type of person, for sure. But one of the things that's involved as far as being a candidate, and this is things that you're already doing, is your sales leadership. And that's one of the big things that we look for in people that are going to be leaders. And if you're going to have that title behind your name, manager, then we definitely look for sales leadership. And you're off to a great start. You're doing that so far. So tell me a little bit more as far as you said you're probably going to graduate in December. Now, are you in a relationship right now? You have a girlfriend?
No, I don't. I'm single right now.
Living the single life? That's kind of fun. So, well, cool. And now tell me about as far as your parents go. So, now, what do they think about the job and that kind of stuff?
Well, my mom was kind of not really all about it, and she kind of didn't really think it was like she's always telling me to get a real job. She came to year in Bakewell, and she liked it a lot, so she's kind of more open to it now. So.
Okay, cool. So, now what about Dad?
My dad, he's actually the one that told me to start the job. Actually,
Really?
Yeah, he teaches baseball lessons. One of his kids he gives lessons to sold him Cutco.
No way. So he was already fired up about the product.
Yeah, so he loved it. He's like, you should go sell knives. He bought a
Yeah,
car.
it was the opposite for me. My dad was like making fun of me. He said, "Hey, I had to twist his arm for the most part. He wanted me to wait tables because that's what he did in college." Now my mom was similar to your dad. She was excited for me. Thought it'd be a really good experience. So Well, that's cool. Well, as far as I did want to talk to you a little bit, I know you're getting ready to graduate, but I did want to go through, if you were to be a district manager, kind of the path that it would take to do that. And so, again, I don't want you to